Hey everybody, I'm Nick Griffin here, and welcome back to 100 Cubes on the Floor. So, yeah. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and throw up an image here. This is the graph that I put together in Google Sheets. It's not a graph, it's a spread, whatever. It's a thing. Uh, Try to do math, basically listed the people top to bottom, the different conditions that I came up with. I figured which places were empty were going to be the most important. And then I started experimenting with various things being worth 10, 20, 30, or 40 points. And it didn't work as well as I would have liked. So because in all the empties... Actually, wait. One of these is wrong. One of these is wrong. This one... down right. This one should also be a 1 right here for person 1 because that is empty. But either way, after messing around with it for a little bit, it basically... Actually, wait a minute. Now that I've realized that might be possible... Crap. Because I realized that's different, I have to go back and check. The way things looked out, so actually I'm going to go ahead and throw that spreadsheet back up for you guys. If you looked at it, nothing else has 6s except for empty left. So, and this is not actually a live image, I actually just screen capped that because I didn't want to deal with it. But, so doing it this way, we now have 6s. And that's really unfortunate, actually, because I was putting together options. Because I did some really interesting math with possibilities. So I realized using all the different combinations, like the fact that if you have 10, you have to have something worth 10. If you have 20, you have to have something worth 20. You can't get 20 any other way because you can't meet a condition twice. And if you're doing 30, you can have either the 30-point condition or the 10 and 20-point condition. So by sticking together a whole bunch of possibilities, I got like the number of people that meet it have to be a certain number. So I could include the sheet, but it means that anything that had 2 6s that I thought wasn't valid before actually could be valid, which is really annoying because I only started this episode because I pared down a good bit. So the first option, one that can be 7 being 10, actually has multiple options now. So 7, 6 for 20, 4 for 30, only empty upright counts for that, and another 6 for 40 gives me, I see 250s, so that doesn't work. But we have multiple 7s. I see 260s and no 10. We can swap. I didn't swap the 60s, or the 20s and 40s. So yeah, I'm sorry, I'm working on a spreadsheet that you guys can't see right now, and my eye tracker is also putting me on because it's on my main monitor. 10. Nope, I see 260s, 360s. Anyway, despite the fact that this could work, and maybe I'll work on it in my spare time, there is another relatively cleaner option that we're going to go with for now, and that's going to be if above you is, whoops, a wall, and then we're going to do the thing where you just traverse the whole thing. It's going to include pickup, right mem1, calc mem1 equals mem1 plus 1, drop. I might not be able to do this, come to think of it. I'm doing something weird here that I don't think is going to work. It's using a flag. Oh, I've got a better idea. Yes, I realize. Okay. Step left, step left. One. Step left. Pick up, right. So there is a data cube, and what's there equals 1. You step left. You find the sorry, equals 0. You find the 0. If so we have to get it past the 0. If what's there is a data cube and to the left is a wall, or to the right does not equal a data cube, step down. So you step left. And you go, set it to 1, and you go step left. So you're standing here. And you go, if the left is a data cube and it equals 0, Oh, this happens first. Oops, I keep dragging by the wrong thing. And everybody else is doing nothing. Nope. Sorry, I need to be tracking him because I need to see what's wrong. Oh, whoops. Alright. Alright, I don't have a loop. Alright. Step twice. Pick it up. Right memory 1. We drop it. So we should step left. It's not a wall. This is going to work. Oh, damn it. We need to do this check first. Because it skipped the one on the end. I must have missed that it skipped that one. Oh, God. We're so close. Okay, we need to actually... Oh. This is where I don't know how the ands and or works. Okay, that doesn't work. I don't know how this works. Okay, so it's... So let's just think about this. So, after we move... Yeah, we probably do want to do this first. I thought we were going to move it. So if... So we'll be standing here. If our current location does not equal 0, and... to the left is a wall. Or oh right, it can only be one direction. If that does not Actually, we should just do does not equal the data cube. Or that does not equal data cube, just to keep it simple. Actually, I think when we do it this way, we want to last. We might have to add this current place doesn't equal 0. No! Okay, it worked. On accident, it worked. Okay, it didn't work the other way around. Now I think it'll work. It's pairing the ands between the ors. Yep. Alright, so this should work. It's going to be hella long because we're relying on one person. I don't remember the limitation on time. I think we're going to come close. Oh god, if it times out right now, I'm going to be so sad. Bingo, baby. We did it! Using 16 or fewer commands. Oh! Alright. I still kind of want to be able to solve it the other way, but I'll take it. Let's see if this one's going to be horrendous or not. Oh gosh. Everyone look to the left. Everybody look to the right. Look up, down, and to the left, up and to the right. Ooh, achievement, orange optimization award. Alright, because we optimized all the orange stuff. Let's hope you're more agile. You got a new command for each direction. Ooh, use this command to quickly scan each of the 8 tiles around a worker. I suggest they call this command sit and spin, but no one ever listens to my good ideas. See those groups of data cubes? Add up the values of the data cubes in each group and write the result in the center one. Workers can use this command to easily see. Okay. Okay. This is what I expected. So first, we're going to step up if up equals a data cube. Sorry, if up doesn't equal a data cube and down doesn't equal a data cube, that'll get them into the center. We'll actually pick up down first. So for each direction, so we actually get to specify any and all directions that are being used. In this case, we want it to be all of them as memory 1, which means each direction we look at, it's going to store it in memory 1 for each loop. This is a really high-level concept for this game, which is pretty interesting. But it's going to be stored in memory 1. Let's actually start it in memory 4. We're going to calculate memory 1 equals memory 1 plus memory 4. So basically, how do I explain this? We're going to have to step through this to see it. We're then going to write memory 1 and drop it. This should be pretty simple. So let's go ahead and watch this person. Pick up, they're going to step. Oh my gosh. If up and down both equal data cube. What? Excuse me? Oh, I'm dumb. That's the jump. Oh, this is an ore. Ah, that's why I'm stupid. I inverted it and forgot to invert the thing. Okay, so she's now reached this. She's going to enter the for each direction. So, for each direction is memory 4. So start right now is looking at the 4. So goes ahead and calculates. And then is looking at the 6, which is behind, I'm presuming. Does the same thing. And now that it's gone, it goes back to this, and it's looking at the 5. And it's going to keep going around. Nope, 5, 0, 0, 3, 3. Basically, every single time, this does a for loop for us, which is basically a jump. Beautiful. And, yep. That's basically the correct solution. It's learning a new thing, so makes sense. Local maximums. Let's look around the room together. Who's the nicest worker? Who's the most generous? Who's the best looking? Who's most likely to be careless and just dive right into a shredder? Who gives the best gifts? Who eats less? Okay, whatever. So each of you, please go stand in the middle of a group of data cubes and use your new find for each direction command to identify the largest data in that cube, pick it up, and shred it. Most likely to leave a trail of broken hearts and document them on a spreadsheet. Alright, so everybody's going to step... Why didn't they just start them in there? Also, we're going to set memory 1 equal to the nearest shredder. Step left twice, and then for each direction as memory 4. Actually, we're going to set this to memory 4, and we're going to set memory 3. If memory 3 is greater than... Right, we don't have memory 1 yet. There we go. If memory 3 is greater than memory 1, otherwise if what we're looking at in that direction is greater than memory 1, which is where we're storing our maximums, as long as none of these are negative, it'll work. Set memory 1 equal to memory 3. We found a new one. And that's just going to keep going as it looks through every direction. And then we pick up memory 1, because that's where we're storing it. And then we give it to memory 4, which is the shredder. So here, let's go ahead and watch this girl right here. So she stores the shredder. She's got the shredder right here in memory 4. Steps over, and then we start at the for each. So starting with the 35. It goes, hey, is memory 3 greater than memory 1? The answer is yes. So we go ahead and store it. Boom, 35 is stored. And then we hit the next direction, which is 20. We say, is it greater? Oh, no, it's not. Okay. And then we hit the bottom of the loop, we go back to this, and we hit the new one, which is 80. And 80 is, in fact, greater, so we'll set it. And then, so this person is going to hit the 91. Yeah, 91 is the highest, but it still has to check the rest. And now that we've gone through every direction, nothing. We pick up memory 1, which is what we stored the highest. And then everyone gives it to the shredder. Oh, and we finish it off because that person. Cool, we got the optimal size and the optimal speed. Once again, since it's introductory, it makes sense. Also, I imagine that's just like the people ordering themselves around better. Oh man, we're getting close to the end of the game. Where do y'all people go to each night? I just assumed you all sleep in a pile in the basement. Little houses. I assume each house is assembled next to some other number of little houses, and this forms a little neighborhood. Alright. Record how many neighbors it has in the 8 adjacent tiles, and write that number on the cube. Alright, so I'm going to do something silly. I'm going to use a concept called flags. So if left is a wall, we're going to set memory for equal to 1. Just that simple. Alright. And then if memory 4 equals 1, step right, else step left. By the way, this is going into a loop. So what you'll actually see is you'll see these people have a wall to their left, and therefore memory 4 is set to 1, which means when we hit here, they will step right, and everybody else who's set to 0 will just step left. Isn't that beautiful? This is a flag. This prevents us from having 2 completely separate loops, which is pretty nice. And then, if that is a data cube for each direction as memory 4, if memory 4 is a data cube, calculate. Oh gosh, we have to set memory 2 equal to 0 for each direction as memory 4. If memory 4 is a data cube, we set memory 2 equal to memory 2 plus 1. We increment it. I really wish we had just an increment function. This is effectively an increment function. It's just annoying to write. And then after each direction, we pick up where we are. We write memory 2, and we drop it. And then we continue. So let's follow this person right here and see how it goes. So she goes ahead and sets her memory to 1. And then she steps to the right. It is not a data cube. So she steps to the right, and guess what? It is a data cube now. So she sets her memory equal to 0. That's important for in the future. For each direction, she checks, is it a data cube? If so, we're going to hit a 0 here. There it is. Memory 4 is data cube. So she gets to a 1. She finishes out the other directions. And then she picks it up and writes the 1. And then drops it. Whoops. I made a mistake. I set these to memory 4. We're going to go ahead and set this as memory 3. Because we're storing the for each in memory 4. We're not even using memory 1. I'm a terrible person. Now, I'm curious where we didn't optimize. Wow! We got the full optimization right off the bat. Beautiful. I was expecting speed to take a hit. And the reason why I think is this. Because what I could do is I could write 2 whole functions in each half of whether or not there's a wall behind you for writing right or left. And instead of doing that, which is a lot faster, it just takes a lot more lines of code. I did this, but I'm glad the flag thing paid off. Makes me feel pretty good about it. But that's actually the perfect place to go ahead and call the episode time-wise. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I will see you next time. And until then, keep your gears turning.